Hello everyone, Ryan Ponce with Compass, and today I'm going over the December downtown San Diego market update. This is for December 2025, and I'm going to do a little bit of a wrap up for the entire year for 2025. So December was a pretty slow month as expected. We had 29 sales, which was tied for the slowest month of the year. We did start off this year with 177 listings, so the amount of active listings was a lot lower than the peak of last year. Towards the peak of last year, we were almost at 300. It was like 290 something listings. So we did have a pullback in the number of active listings, but we also had a very slow sales month. This is, like I said, to be expected in December. For 2025, we closed out the year with 486 listings sold. If we compared that to last year, or to the year prior, which was 2024, that was 549 sales. So the number of sales was down pretty dramatically. To put this into perspective, in 2015 through 2019, so normal years, right? Like more normal downtown activity, we had anywhere from 760 listings sold to 967 listings sold. So sales in 2025 compared to those years, 2015 through 2019, were down 36 to 49.7%. So you saw a pretty dramatic decrease in the number of sales compared to those normal years for downtown San Diego. If we compare them to the busiest, the most active year downtown San Diego's had, which was 2021, during 2021, we had 1,344 sales, which means that the activity was down 63%. So you can see that compared to the previous few years, we have seen a reduction in the number of sales pretty dramatically, and now we're at the slowest year that we've had on record since we've been tracking it. So keep in mind, downtown San Diego is a pretty new downtown. A lot of the buildings were built between 2002 to 2007. So, activity seemed to have been picking up, or like naturally the number of listings sold per year was going up because over the years more properties were being built from 2009 to 2017 or so. No new construction had been built, and then you had Pacific Gate and then Savina, and that added more inventory. So the number of sales you saw pick up, and then on top of the COVID craze, which had a large spike in the number of activity. So, I just wanted to put some context on that. As far as quarter four, sales were down 13.4% compared to the previous quarter. So compared to quarter three, sales were down 13.4%. Compared to 2024, sales were down almost 15%. So, like I said, across the board, 2025 was a pretty slow year. Now, there is some good news. We have seen a pretty substantial decrease in the interest rate. As I'm doing this video, it's January 9th, and as of yesterday, the president has discussed having Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac purchase about $200 billion in mortgage-backed securities, and what that does is that brings interest rates down. And so we'll see if this actually happens. We'll see what happens to interest rates, but yesterday we got some good news on the interest rate front, and it has brought interest rates down to 5.99% as the national 30-year average, which is dramatically lower than we've seen over the last 18 months or so. So anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, 619-228-6790. My information is at the end of this video. And if you have any questions about a specific price range or a specific property location, feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to help and do a similar analysis. All right, have a nice day.